Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the XVPW Network. I'm the voice of Xtreme, Maximilian, and today's guest, I got one of XVPW's newest and the hottest signees here, Mr. James Black.
You know what, Max? Before you get started, I want you to hang on a second because I'm a little parched here. Bring my drink.
Oh, okay.
All right, Max. I want you to make this quick. You got about 5 minutes. I got a Russian roulette tournament I got to get back to here. You're on the clock.
All right, Mr. James Black. So how does it feel to be part of the Red X brand XVPW?
Max, is that the best you got? Is that the best question that you can ask someone of my caliber? Good thing for you, I'm in a good mood. I'm going to answer your question.
Okay.
The real question, Max, is how does it feel for you to sit on that side of the screen and talk to me? How does it feel for you, Max, to watch me in Xtreme Virtual Pro Wrestling?
Well, Mr. Black, I've seen your work in HWA with SBJ, and now seeing you also at 3W with Drew, and now to have you here in the Red X brand XVPW, to be honest, it feels like a breath of fresh air.
As it should, Max, because I'm the greatest E-Federation wrestler of all times. You got about 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Make it quick.
Oh, wow. Okay. I had a bunch of questions to ask you, but I'll just ask you this last question because everybody wants to know, what does the future hold for James Black in the Red X brand?
You believe this guy? These generic, dumbass questions that he's asking. Do you believe this guy? And he calls himself a professional. I'll tell you what, Max. One thing that I've learned. One thing that you're going to learn.
Okay.
One thing that the Xtreme Virtual Pro Wrestling president has already learned. One thing that these people in the locker room are going to learn. One thing that these people watching are going to learn, Max. I make my own luck. And you should always bet on black.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your time, Mr. Black. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. It seems Mr. Black has unfinished business to attend to at the Russian roulette game.
Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, we're Red Dragon. Check out Xtreme Virtual Pro Wrestling.
Extreme. Don't adjust your TV screens, morons. You're just looking at the best wrestler on the planet, the answer, Cody Omega, the injection of genetic perfection. And I came on here today to address a few things. You know, everyone's talking about the Intercontinental incident, right? As they should. They're talking about how the answer, Cody Omega, showed up there. I mean, I'm the biggest deal anyone took away from that whole entire tournament is me. And you know what? I'm not really shocked. I really can't say I am. But you know what? I want to apologize to Iron Bison. I mean, I know I came in there and hit you in the head with a fucking chair. But you know what, Iron Bison? Listen, no hard feelings. You can respect the fact that I wanted to make an impact, right? I mean, you can beat half of this roster, mostly anybody standing in front of you, except for me, of course. But you know what, Iron Bison? Listen, I'm sorry that I did that to you. No hard feelings. Now let's talk about the winner of the Intercontinental incident, shall we? I mean, Dylan Mason. Dylan Mason, ladies and gentlemen. Can we give him a round of applause? Not like anybody gives a fuck about Dylan Mason. But you know what, Dylan? Big congratulations on winning that tournament. Do you want me to tell you something, though? A little thing? The only reason why you won that tournament is because moi wasn't in it. You see, Dylan, I would have beat you from pillar to post, bell to bell. I am a better wrestler than you, and you know that. But you know what? I got one more piece of shit that I'd like to talk about, Zulite. You know what, Zulite? I know COVID was bad and everything, right? I really know. I know it was a big impact to the world, but I knew it was bad down in your end when I seen the rest of your teeth that you have left in your head, social distancing. Listen, you piece of trash. You fucking mention the answer Cody Omega's name one more time. I'm going to cave your skull in and leave you on the side of the road like the trailer park trash that you are. You can come out here and say, I'm the best hardcore wrestler. Maybe you are because nobody wants anything to do with it. So a big round of applause to you, moron. Listen, stay out of my lane. You don't compete with me, okay? And to the rest of the fucking roster, you guys are just lucky that I won't make it because I'm off doing bigger and better things, like being the face of promotions. You know, I'm a pretty big deal. But you know what, XVPW? I look forward to seeing you next time. And you know, spoiler alert, when I do have a match here, I'm gonna win. So until then, believe the hype and look at it.
Hello, this is Kevin Steen, and you're watching Xtreme Virtual Pro Wrestling. Like, comment, and subscribe because it's about to get extreme. I don't know, that's what they're telling me. They're telling me it's about to get extreme. I don't know if it's about to get extreme. They told me it was about to get extreme. Now I'm telling you. Why don't you like, comment, and subscribe, and then we'll see if it gets extreme. You know what I mean? It's a start. Start with that, and then let's see if it gets extreme. But the extreme is in the name of the, you know, the Fed or whatever you want to call it. So it's bound to get extreme at some point if that's in their name. You know? So let's go with that.
Extreme. And we have our last guest, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Intercontinental Grand Prix Cup. We have the King of Survival, Dylan Mason. Welcome to the show, Dylan.
Like it was ever in any doubt that I was going to win the fame. You're welcome for this little time of, moment of fame. Just go on with your questions.
All right. So I have a couple of questions for myself and also a couple of fan questions. So the first question, Dylan, how did it feel to be in the ring with the former IWGP champion, Will Ospreay?
That's the talk of the town, isn't it? Will Ospreay went to XVPW. All the fans are so happy. They thought he was going to win the entire thing because why? He's Will Ospreay. But what happened when he went into my world and dropped him on his head over and over again? Why? Because I don't care for Will Ospreay or anyone for that matter. So what did I think of meeting Will Ospreay inside of that ring? Absolutely nothing. It was just a victim of the King of Survival, Maxie.
All right. So the fact that you beat Will Ospreay, you made it to the semifinals and you went to the Intercontinental Incident. And in the semifinals, you faced against a former student of yours, the protector of Xtreme Virtual Pro Wrestling, Durgos.
Protector, right? That's what he calls himself now. Finally embraced by everyone, loved by so many. Protector. After he used to burn cities to the ground just to impress his teacher, Mason. Now he has become a failure of the things that I taught him. Don't understand why he wants to be loved all of a sudden. Maybe he needs that of family. Maybe he needs the adoration. But I don't need it. And I don't need Virgos.
All right. So this is a fan question, actually. You and Remy Resner, are you guys working together? Because in the last two bouts that you had, you, after a win, it seems that after you leave the ring, Remy comes out and attacks your opponents. Are you guys working together? Let's just get that out of the way right now. Everybody wants to know. Is there a chemistry between you and Remy?
Is this how simple-minded the fans of XVPW really are? Just because they see something on stream, they immediately try to make connections because they can't do that in actual life, of course. So they make these connections and they make up a narrative, trying to control it. But that's not what is happening, is it? It's just someone going after the straps that Mason leaves behind to finally get a little bit of TV time in the main event slot, because everything I do is main event material. So they just want to go after my victims. And if Remy wants to continue doing that, he's welcome to. But me working with him,
Now, speaking about main events, let's talk about that main event at Intercontinental Instant. You made it to the finals and you beat the XVPW YouTube champion, Gavin. Is that a championship that you want to go for now since you solidified a win against Gavinots?
Have a title, it means absolutely nothing in my eyes. Or have a title that has the power to control an entire show. What would you go for, Maxie? Go for the little YouTube championship? Because everybody likes to spend their time on YouTube, you know, making their little videos, trying to be big in this world. Or go after something is the one thing this company stands for. The XVPW championship. That's what I see in my future. That's what I see with my name already branded on it, Maxie. So that's your answer to these very generic questions I'm getting very tired of. Very tired of.
All right. Well, I don't want to waste any of your time, so I just will ask you this one last question. The fact that you won the Intercontinental Grand Prix Cup, you're going to go to Extreme Palooza and enter in the Extreme Gauntlet as the last entrant. What are your thoughts about winning that tournament and you're getting one step closer to that XVPW YouTube Championship?
One step closer to something that is already going to happen. One step closer was winning this tournament already. I should have been granted championship around my waist, over my shoulder, because it is mine. I don't care who has it at the end. You just want to give match after match after match, give everyone that little tiny opportunity. That opportunity will go to waste in anyone else, their hands but Mason. So to answer your pitiful question once again, it's already mine. Championship is mine.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Dylan. Congratulations on winning the Intercontinental Grand Prix Cup, and thank you for thank you for your time, sir. All right, are we done? Thank God. This guy is fucking overrated. I do not understand.
That word is used by people that don't understand the weight beyond it. They don't understand what it means because if they look in the mirror, they only see a failure. Don't you, Maxie? With everything that you do, you just stand there as a failure. You do these interviews to matter in this world, but in the end, you don't. A couple of people will be watching this, but they will be watching for Mason. They will be watching for everyone that you interview, but you, Maxie, no one's coming. But you know who can have a problem with saying those couple of words? Your family, for instance. I know where they live, Maxie. I do know where every single one of them lives. Because Mason pays attention. Mason learns from everything. And I can end that little story, their happy ending. I can end everything, Maxie, including you. So before you ask me for this little interview thingy again, think about the words that come out of your pathetic mouth. Because it can end with a snap of my fingers, Maxie.
Johnny Wrestling, or Johnny Takeover, as my shirt says right now. I am here at Evolve in New York City, and you are watching Xtreme Virtual Pro Wrestling.
Extreme.